Cats are literally hardwired by evolution to hide pain so well that they could be dying, and you'd think they're just being their usual jerky selves. Yeah, that's right. Your adorable murder fluff is basically a furry ninja when it comes to concealing illness, which is both impressive and absolutely terrifying for us, mere humans trying to keep them alive. So let's decode the subtle, bizarre, and sometimes hilarious signs that your cat might be secretly suffering while plotting world domination from their favorite sunbeam. Buckle up, because we're about to become cat whisperers, and trust me, your feline overlord's life might depend on it. Let's start with the weirdest animal facts about cat behavior. They're descended from solitary desert hunters who learned that showing weakness in the wild meant becoming someone else's lunch special. So when Mr. Whiskers is feeling crummy, he's not going to dramatically collapse like a soap opera star. Instead, he'll hide it like he's protecting nuclear launch codes. The first major sign something's wrong is changes in their routine, and cats are more obsessed with routine than your grandma who's eaten breakfast at exactly 7:30 for 40 years. If your cat suddenly stops greeting you at the door, skips their regular 3 a.m. zoomies, or abandons their favorite perching spot where they judge your life choices, something's up. Amazing animals like cats thrive on predictability, so when they break their own rules, it's basically them waving a tiny flag that says "help" in a language we're too dense to understand immediately. Now let's talk about eating habits, because this is where things get interesting in the animal kingdom surprises department. Cats are obligate carnivores with appetites that rival tiny lions, so any change in food consumption is a red alert situation. If your cat suddenly becomes a picky eater when they previously inhaled food like a vacuum cleaner, that's concerning. But here's the tricky part. Some sick cats actually eat more because certain conditions make them constantly hungry. Weight loss despite eating normally is a massive warning sign for issues like diabetes or hyperthyroidism. On the flip side, complete loss of appetite is even more serious because cats can develop fatal liver problems if they don't eat for just a few days. Yes, you read that right. Your cat can literally poison themselves by not eating, which is the most dramatic thing ever. Watch for weird eating behaviors too, like approaching the food bowl enthusiastically, but then walking away, or eating only on one side of their mouth. That could mean dental pain, and cat dental issues are basically medieval torture that we inflict by not noticing early enough. Here's where we dive into litter box detective work, which sounds gross, but is actually crucial nature trivia for cat owners. Your cat's bathroom habits tell a story more revealing than their browser history would be if they had opposable thumbs. Straining in the litter box, especially for male cats, can indicate a urinary blockage that's a genuine emergency. We're talking hours to live serious if untreated. Increased urination or drinking might signal diabetes or kidney disease, which are super common in cats and totally manageable if caught early. Diarrhea, constipation, or blood in stool or urine are obvious red flags that even the most oblivious human should catch. But here's a funny animal behavior detail. Some cats will start eliminating outside the litter box when they're sick, not because they're being spiteful jerks, but because they associate the box with pain. It's like if every time you went to the bathroom, it hurt. You'd probably start avoiding that bathroom too. Your cat isn't plotting revenge for that time you came home late. They're trying to tell you something's wrong in the only way they know how, which unfortunately looks a lot like rebellion. Let's address the grooming situation, because cats are basically obsessive-compulsive clean freaks who spend 30 to 50% of their waking hours grooming themselves. That's wild animal moments level dedication to hygiene. So when a cat stops grooming, it's like a human stopping showers. Something is seriously wrong. A greasy, matted, or unkempt coat screams illness or pain, especially arthritis, making it too uncomfortable to twist around and reach certain areas. Conversely, over-grooming to the point of bald patches or skin sores indicates pain, stress, or skin conditions. Cats will literally lick themselves bald, trying to soothe an internal pain they can't reach, which is both sad and a testament to their problem-solving skills being slightly broken. Pay attention to how your cat moves during grooming sessions. If they're struggling to reach their back end or hissing at their own body, arthritis or other painful conditions are likely culprits. Now we're getting into the truly subtle stuff that makes cats masters of deception. Changes in vocalization are huge clues in the Animal Fun Facts playbook. Some cats become more vocal when in pain, yowling or crying out, especially at night when they're alone with their thoughts and their discomfort. Others go completely silent when they're normally chatty Cathies who narrate their entire day. Purring is the trickiest, because everyone thinks purring equals happy. But here's a jaw-dropping wildlife infobomb. Cats also purr when they're in pain or dying as a self-soothing mechanism. It's like their factory reset button for stress. So a cat that's purring constantly while also showing other symptoms isn't necessarily content. They might be trying to comfort themselves through something awful. Hissing, growling, or sudden aggression, especially when touched in specific areas, is your cat literally telling you, "That hurts, stop it," in the only language they have that's universally understood. Let's talk about breathing and heart rate, which sounds technical, but is actually pretty simple to monitor once you know what you're looking for. A healthy cat breathes about 20 to 30 times per minute while resting, and you shouldn't see much effort involved. If your cat is breathing rapidly, panting like a dog, which is never normal for cats, or breathing with an open mouth or extended neck, that's an emergency situation requiring immediate vet attention. Respiratory issues can escalate insanely fast in cats. Similarly, lethargy that goes beyond their normal 16-hour sleep schedule is suspicious. We're talking about a cat that won't move even for their favorite laser pointer or treat bag rattling. Animals you didn't know about include the fact that sick cats often find hiding spots and just stay there, sometimes for days. They're trying to find a safe place to recover, channeling their wild ancestor instincts. But in a house, this just means they're suffering alone in your closet behind the winter coats. Eye and ear changes are another treasure trove of information. Squinting, excessive tearing, cloudiness, or dilated pupils can indicate pain, high blood pressure, or ocular issues. Cats with chronic pain often have pupils that don't respond normally to light. Their third eyelid, that weird white membrane you sometimes see in the corner, shouldn't be visible when they're awake and alert. If it's showing, that's often a sign of illness or pain. Ear problems manifest as head shaking, scratching at ears, bad odor, or holding their head tilted. But here's hilarious animal facts territory. Some cats are just dramatic and will act like their ear is falling off when they have a minor irritation, while others will have raging infections and act completely normal. There's no winning with cats, honestly. The posture and mobility department is where things get really telling. Cats in pain often sit in a hunched position, like they're trying to make themselves as small as possible. They might have a tucked up belly, tense body language, or just generally look uncomfortable in their own skin. Decreased jumping ability is huge. If your cat used to leap onto counters like a parkour expert and now struggles to get on the couch, arthritis or other joint issues are likely. Limping is obvious, but many cats are so good at hiding leg pain that they'll just move less overall rather than limp noticeably. They'll avoid stairs, stop playing, or take forever to settle into comfortable positions, repeatedly standing up and lying down because nothing feels right. It's like watching someone with terrible back pain try to find a good sleeping position, except your cat can't tell you what hurts. Here's something most people miss entirely: changes in social behavior and personality. Cats are creatures of habit with distinct personalities, so when the friendly lap cat suddenly becomes reclusive or the aloof cat becomes clingy, pay attention. Pain and illness can make cats irritable. Imagine having a migraine while someone tries to pet you. Or alternatively, some sick cats desperately seek comfort from their humans. Hiding more than usual is classic sick cat behavior, but so is following you everywhere when they normally couldn't care less about your existence. Decreased interest in play, especially in younger cats, is a red flag bigger than the ones at communist rallies. Cats play to practice hunting, so when they stop, it often means they don't feel physically capable or their prey drive has been suppressed by illness affecting their overall well-being. Temperature is worth mentioning because it's an objective measure when everything else is subjective interpretation of cat weirdness. A cat's normal body temperature is between 100.5 and 102.5 Fahrenheit, significantly warmer than humans. Fever indicates infection or inflammation, while low body temperature suggests shock or severe illness. You need a pet thermometer, and honestly, good luck getting your cat to cooperate with that adventure, but it's valuable information for your vet. Similarly, checking gum color is useful. Healthy cat gums should be pink and moist. Pale, white, or yellow gums indicate serious problems like anemia or liver issues, while bright red gums suggest fever or toxicity. The absolutely critical thing to understand about animal kingdom surprises is that cats deteriorate fast once they show obvious symptoms. By the time your cat is visibly struggling, they've likely been sick for a while already, and we're just too talented at hiding it. This is why regular vet checkups matter enormously. Blood work can catch kidney disease, diabetes, and thyroid issues before your cat shows any symptoms at all. Senior cats over 7 should see the vet every 6 months minimum because they age faster than we realize. And early intervention is the difference between manageable chronic disease and tragic emergency situations. Your cat might live to 20 with proper care, but only if you're paying attention to the subtle signals they're broadcasting on a frequency most humans aren't tuned into. So here's the million-dollar question. Has your cat been secretly judging you while also secretly dying, and you just thought they were being their normal, mysterious self? Drop a comment telling us about the weirdest way your cat communicated illness to you, because I guarantee there are some wild stories out there. If this video made you immediately side-eye your cat, wondering if they're okay, smash that like button and share it with every cat owner you know who needs this reality check. Subscribe for more animal content that might literally save lives while making you laugh, because honestly, we all need both. Now go give your cat a thorough once-over and maybe schedule that vet appointment you've been postponing. Your cat might not thank you, they're cats after all, but they'll secretly appreciate it while maintaining their air of complete indifference.